Money sitting in a bank account isn't resting, it's dying. Every day it stays there, inflation eats away at its value, opportunity cost compounds against you, and you're essentially paying the bank to make you poorer. Millionaires don't store wealth in checking accounts. They deploy it. They multiply it. They make every dollar work harder than most people work in a week. And if you have $5,000 doing nothing, you're not being careful. You're being foolish. Let me tell you something that most financial advisors won't say directly. $5,000 in a savings account earning 1% interest is a guarantee that you'll stay exactly where you are financially. Meanwhile, that same $5,000 deployed intelligently could become $100,000 within 5 to 7 years. Not through luck, not through gambling, through strategic, calculated moves that wealthy people make every single day, while broke people convince themselves that safe is the same as smart. I've been a financial consultant for 15 years and run multiple businesses for 8. I've seen people turn small amounts into fortunes, and I've watched others save themselves into poverty. The difference isn't the amount they started with, it's what they did with it. And right now I'm going to walk you through exactly how to turn $5,000 into $100,000, step by step, without sugarcoating the work required or the risks involved. First, understand this. You're not investing $5,000. You're investing $5,000 plus your time, your learning, your effort, and your willingness to be uncomfortable. If you're looking for passive, set it and forget it wealth building from $5,000 to $100,000, you're dreaming. That level of return requires active participation. It requires you to build something, create value, or leverage opportunities that most people are too lazy or too scared to pursue. Step 1. Invest in a high-income skill. This is non-negotiable. Take $2,000 of that $5,000 and invest it in learning something that can generate serious money. Digital marketing, copywriting, web development, video editing, sales, consulting in your area of expertise. Pick one and become excellent at it. Not mediocre. Excellent. I know a woman in Vancouver who took $1,500, enrolled in a comprehensive digital marketing course, and within 4 months was making $8,000 a month as a freelance marketing consultant. Within 18 months, she'd turned that initial investment into over $140,000 in earnings. Change begins with understanding. If you want to grow beyond average financial thinking, subscribe and learn what truly builds wealth. Step 2. Use the skill to generate cash flow. Once you have the skill, you need clients or customers. Use $500 from your initial capital for basic marketing, building a simple website, running targeted ads, creating a portfolio, networking in the right spaces. Your goal here isn't to build a brand, it's to generate income fast. Take any client work you can get, deliver exceptional results, get testimonials, and reinvest every dollar back into getting more clients and raising your rates. Step 3. Create multiple income streams with your earnings. Here's where most people mess up. They start making money from their new skill and immediately increase their lifestyle. New car, better apartment, eating out more. Don't. Live like you're still broke. Take the money you're earning. Let's say you're making an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month within 6 months, and split it strategically. 50% goes into building your emergency fund and operating capital. 30% goes into learning and tools that make you more efficient. 20% goes into either index funds or starting a scalable business. Step 4. Launch a scalable business model. This is where $5,000 becomes $100,000. You can't trade time for money forever and hit $100,000 from $5,000. You need leverage. That means either a product-based business or a service business with employees or contractors. I consulted with a guy in Austin who learned social media management, got his first few clients, then used his earnings to hire 2 virtual assistants. He trained them on his systems, marked up their services, and suddenly he was making money on work he wasn't doing. Within 2 years, he had a team of 8 and was doing 7 figures annually. Started with $4,000 and a laptop. Let me give you another example. I have a friend in Paris who started with 6,000 euros. He learned Amazon FBA, found a product with decent demand and low competition, sourced it from a manufacturer, created his own brand, and launched. First month, he lost money on testing and ads. Second month, broke even. By month 4, he was profitable. By month 18, he was doing 30,000 euros a month in revenue with healthy margins. He scaled that business to over €1,000,000 in 3 years. Same principle: skill, execution, reinvestment, scale. Step 5. Reinvest profits aggressively. This is the part where discipline separates winners from dreamers. When your business or side hustle starts generating serious cash, you'll be tempted to reward yourself. Resist. For the first 2 to 3 years, you should be reinvesting 70 to 80% of your profits back into growth. Better tools, better marketing, better people, better systems. The math is simple. If you're making $10,000 a month and spending it all, you stay at $10,000 a month. If you're making $10,000 a month and reinvesting $8,000, you could be making $50,000 a month within a year. Now, I run multiple businesses. I manage hundreds of employees. And I can tell you from direct experience, getting from 5,000 to 100,000 isn't a straight line. There will be months you lose money. There will be investments that don't pay off. There will be moments you question everything. But if you stick to the framework, invest in skills, generate cash flow, reinvest strategically, build leverage, scale aggressively, the math works. It's not easy, but it works. My team and I spend weeks researching, scripting, and producing content like this to give you real, actionable pathways to wealth. Not theory, not motivation, strategy. If you're serious about this, if you want to keep learning what actually builds wealth instead of what sounds good, subscribe to this channel. It helps us continue creating this level of content, and more importantly, it tells me you're someone who's ready to execute, not just consume. I respond to subscribers first because I value commitment. Step 6. Diversify as you grow. Once you're consistently generating 20 to 30,000 a month from your primary business or hustle, start allocating some of that into other vehicles. Index funds for long-term growth. Real estate if the numbers make sense in your market. Maybe another business in a different niche. The goal is to create a portfolio of income streams so that if one slows down, you're not devastated. I worked with a couple in Montreal who followed this exact framework. Started with $5,000, invested in learning e-commerce and content creation, built a 7-figure Shopify store over 4 years, then took profits and bought rental properties. Today, they have multiple businesses and real estate generating over $500,000 a year in combined income. Started with $5,000 and a plan. Here's the reality that nobody wants to hear. Most people with $5,000 won't do any of this. They'll keep it in the bank just in case, or they'll spend it on things that depreciate, or they'll make one half-hearted attempt and quit when it gets hard. And that's fine. That's why the gap between the wealthy and everyone else keeps growing. Wealthy people see money as ammunition. Broke people see it as security. I want to hear from you. If you have $5,000 right now, what's stopping you from deploying it strategically? Fear? Lack of knowledge? Overwhelm? Drop a comment. Let's talk about it honestly. And tell me where you're watching from. United States, Canada, Mexico, France, somewhere else? Before you leave, check out the video in the description and on the end screen. It breaks down the exact steps for validating a business idea before you risk $1. It's the perfect companion to what we've covered today. Remember, $5,000 is enough if you're willing to work. 100,000 is possible if you're willing to be relentless. The question is, are you?